Hi friends, Cindy here. We have chilly weather today in Arkansas. Hopefully we did not skip over fall because I really like fall. Today I wanted to talk to you about some of the wonderful things that we have on schoolhouseteachers.com for music. Sometimes it seems a little silly if you're just singing with your own kid, or sometimes it can be intimidating. Feels like it's hard to do if you feel like you don't know music, but I'm telling you, we have some things here that make it really simple and really easy, and you really don't have to know a whole lot about music because it's all right here. What I'm going to show you first is we browse by subject. We browse by subject and go to music, and here we have all of the music courses. First, we have family music for preschoolers, and it is a nice little nugget that I found. Excuse me. It takes you to another website. This lady here, Catherine Bruner, she does her own stuff. It's called Music at Home, and it is probably some of the best things that I've seen. She apparently it's in her house, and I think she's with her own kids, but she does some great music that you would, if you took your kid to a music group, it would be just like that. You could pay money for this. This is really nice. And it's included, of course, in our schoolhouseteachers.com with all of our other great things. So this is 6 units, and I'm not going to take you to her website. Don't let that intimidate you at all. It's really easy to sign in through Schoolhouse Teachers. It does not cost anything extra. So you just sign into there, and you can access it anytime. She has 6 units. Each has a theme, and the one that I looked at was about the pond. And so she has all kinds of songs about the pond and the animals that are in the pond and the things that you see at the pond. She does motions, and as each new song comes up, the name of the song pops up on the screen so you know what it is. She goes over rhythms, and she has echoes. There's poems. Sometimes she shows pictures of the things that she's talking about. The songs have movement. The one that I showed had the kids with scarves, and they were kind of dancing around. She sometimes uses instruments. She lets you know at the beginning of the class which instrument she's going to use, and sometimes it's just easy, like rubbing 2 sticks together, something that you already have at your house. But this is really, really great, and I just loved watching it. It was very, very entertaining, and my kids are high school, middle school right now, but I wish I would have had something like this when my kids were younger. Next we have Fun with Music. And this is a nice little, it has 4 printable games. And by saying 4, there's really so much more than 4, because with the flashcards in each one of the games, it gives you tons of other activities to do with it. Now, this one here is called Note Name Keyboard Challenge, and it's got 31 pages to it, but it has flashcards, and it gives you lots of things to do with the flashcards, and then at the end there's this game that you can play with a collapsible keyboard. It goes over key signatures and symbols, musical terms, all kinds of things that you would need to know, and it's very entertaining. There's lots of different ways to use them, not just the one game if you print out the flashcards. So here's you can play tic-tac-toe, last one standing, around the room, hot seat, and then later on it shows you the actual cards. See if we can get to that. But if you print these out on cardstock, you could use them many times, and it would be something fun to do. Here's the card. See, and it shows different things on there that you learn as you play the games. Next we have Great Musicians. And this is actually 12 printable units. It's for elementary. This is a bunch of short little books, and we're going to look at a sample here. Short books about composers, and it has facts. Let's see if we can get... That wasn't it. Okay, we're going to view a sample here. Something collapsed on me there. But this is actually books from many years ago that they compiled together. And the end, this one's about Beethoven, and it has some little pictures, and then at the end it has some facts for you to talk about and questions. And it goes over all of Beethoven's life and the songs, and then you can answer the questions with your kids. So you don't just learn about the songs, you learn about the people behind them, and that's really neat. Next we have guitar, and this is really neat. It's 8 units and 28 lessons. It's by an actual recording artist and performer and teacher, Jerry Jennings. But I'm not going to show you the videos because I don't want to infringe upon his rights there. But there's a lesson plan for this class. And so all you would really need is a guitar. And you watch the video. It has downloadable pages and some diagrams. And he shows you where to put your fingers. It's all kinds of things here that really you can learn how to play a guitar. And it's very cool. It would be so much easier. I know a lot of people that travel somewhere to go to a guitar lesson. This is something you can do in your house. The next one we have is If It Isn't Baroque, kind of a play on words there, The History of Western Music. And this is 12 weeks. We're going to look at a sample here. It shows you the outline, but they go through all the different time periods, and they go through different countries. This one is for 12 weeks, elementary through high school. Talks about the primitive musical instruments. And in each lesson, they actually give you something that you can make. See, here's a guitar you can make from a tissue box. And one of them is, when it goes through Bible times, you make a shofar. So that's really cool. And I liked looking through that. Easy things that you have around the house, you can make instruments and learn about them and learn the history about them. And then there are activities at the end of each lesson to share with your family the things that you've learned. This would also be good to do like in a co-op or a group or something. Then we have music theory 1 and 2. And this could be done in conjunction with If It Isn't Baroque. It's actually written by the same person, and this is elementary through high school, 16 weeks. Has music theory 1 and 2, 16 weeks each. But you learn about notes and tempo, rests and dynamics. Basically, you learn how to read music. Let's look at this one here. This week 3 is the sample. It's on dynamics, and so she goes through all of the different symbols that you would need. Crescendo. And then it gives activities for younger grades and older grades. Next we have music and voice. And this is 13 months, printable lessons. It's for the whole family. It's a study of singers and songs from different genres. We're going to look at a sample here. Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So what they do is you can read on Wikipedia, first of all, how to read all about the song, and then you can listen to the original recording. See, here it is. There's a famous clip of Abbott and Costello that has the song in it, and you can download the original sheet music. So it's so much more than actual just learning the song. You learn all about it and where it came from. And so then it tells you how to use that and find a different place that you can go sing it. And it really encourages the family to have fun together. And it gives you an activity list of what you can do now that you learn the song. Now the last thing we're going to look at is beginning violin. And this one has 32 weeks of video lessons. This is a professional violinist, Nancy Blue. She actually teaches you how to play songs in each lesson. If you can look here, it shows you, after you learn all the scales, then you can learn Mary Had a Little Lamb, you can learn Twinkle, You can learn some worship songs. Jesus is my Savior. Anyway, lots of different things that a professional violinist can teach your child to play the violin from your own home. I thought that was really neat. So, yes, Diane says that there's lots of things on here she's doing now. Beethoven, one of the songs that we learned, If It Isn't Baroque, I think. And so if you've done some of these, be sure and leave a comment. Tell me how you like these music lessons. I think they're really cool, and I even went through the music theory myself. Diane says she did that also to kind of refresh my memory and make sure I knew about all the little notes and the rests and stuff. So this is educational for the whole family. But don't let music intimidate you. It's very important for your brain to learn music, and especially, they talk about how Beethoven is good for you, learning patterns and in your brain. But do that with your kids. It's something fun to do as a family. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you've enjoyed that. Be sure and let me know how you like our music classes. Have a great day.